Welcome to today's episode. Have you ever found yourself overwhelmed by the noise of the world, by the constant distractions, the opinions of others, and the never-ending comparisons that seem to define modern life? In a world filled with external pressures, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But today, I'm inviting you to step away from all of that. I'm asking you to stop, to pause, and to turn your attention inward. Now, I'm not talking about a quick fix or a temporary escape. I'm talking about a deep, lasting commitment to yourself. I'm talking about focusing on your own growth, your own potential, and the powerful ability you have to shape your life from within. The great Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they all spoke about the importance of mastering oneself. They understood that true strength doesn't come from controlling the outside world. It comes from controlling your response to it. Today's episode is about diving deep into that truth. You must focus on you. What if you could stop measuring yourself against others? What if you could free yourself from the distractions and noise that cloud your path? What could you accomplish if you devoted yourself fully to personal growth, to becoming the best version of yourself, regardless of what the world thinks or expects? Let's talk about why focusing on yourself is not a selfish act, but a necessary one, and how Stoic philosophy can guide you toward becoming the strongest, most resilient version of yourself. The foundation of Stoic self-focus. The philosophy of Stoicism offers us a profound lesson. If you want to live a meaningful and impactful life, you must first focus on yourself. This isn't about indulgence or seeking immediate pleasure. It's about establishing a true, healthy relationship with yourself. Think of it as the same level of care and attention you would give to the most important people in your life, your family, your closest friends. You should be as committed to your personal growth as you are to them. Self-focus, as the Stoics understood, means taking responsibility for your own development and well-being. It's about making conscious decisions every day to improve. Whether it's your mental, emotional, or physical health, the Stoic ideal encourages you to constantly ask, how can I grow today? Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, expressed it clearly in his meditations. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This simple yet powerful reminder speaks directly to the core of Stoic wisdom. You cannot control the events of the world, the judgments of others, or the circumstances around you. But what you can control is your mind, your responses, and the choices you make. When you turn your focus inward, you begin to realize that your greatest source of strength lies not in what happens to you, but in how you choose to react. This is the essence of Stoicism. It's not about what life throws your way. It's about how you manage your own thoughts, emotions, and actions. The struggle with external distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. The world pulls at you from every angle. Social media, the expectations of family and friends, the pressure of competition, the noise of 1,000 voices telling you who you should be. Imagine standing on a beach where the crashing waves represent these distractions. The waves surge and retreat, constantly shifting, impossible to predict. If you're not careful, they will sweep you off your feet, and before you know it, you'll be pulled away from your purpose. You'll be caught up in a cycle of comparison and self-doubt, overwhelmed by the fear of not measuring up. This is how life can feel when you don't have a strong focus on yourself. External judgments and comparisons can drown your sense of purpose. You might find yourself consumed by the success of others or paralyzed by your own insecurities. But imagine instead standing tall and firm in the face of those waves. What if, instead of letting them pull you away, you learn to navigate them with strength and clarity? What if, by focusing inward, you could remain steadfast no matter how loud the world becomes? The power of inner growth. Let me share with you a story. Picture a young artist just starting their journey. Every day they pour hours into their craft, honing their skills. But when they look at the works of famous painters, they can't help but feel inadequate. How could I ever reach that level, they wonder. I'll never be as good as they are. The temptation to give up is strong, and the artist's journey is filled with self-doubt. But one day, they choose to ignore the external noise. They stop comparing themselves to others. Instead, they focus on the process. They remind themselves that growth takes time, and that true mastery comes not from rushing or competing, but from consistent effort. Slowly, they begin to notice that their work is improving. They become proud of their progress, not because they're better than anyone else, but because they're growing in their own unique way. The same principle applies to you. If you focus on your own development and stop looking at others, you can accomplish things that once seemed impossible. The world will always have noise, distractions, and comparisons. But by focusing inward, you gain clarity and strength. Focusing on yourself leads to a greater life. Now you might be thinking, that sounds nice, but it's easier said than done. And you're right. It is. Focusing on yourself, committing to your own growth, requires immense discipline and patience. But the rewards are worth it. By learning to silence the distractions and turn inward, you start to discover your true potential. Consider the wisdom of Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, who believed that we must focus on what is in our control and let go of what is not. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, he wrote. This simple yet powerful idea can change everything. The events of life, whether good or bad, are not the ultimate determining factors in your happiness or success. What matters most is your response to those events. When you focus on improving yourself, your mindset, your habits, your relationships, you are strengthening the core of who you are. You are building the resilience and inner strength that will carry you through the toughest of times. And this process is ongoing. It's not something you complete overnight. It's a lifelong commitment. Imagine waking up every day with the intention to be better than you were yesterday. You focus on making small positive changes. You eliminate bad habits, replace them with good ones, and keep your eyes fixed on the larger goal of self-mastery. Slowly but surely, you begin to notice the results. As you continue this journey of self-focus and growth, the rewards will become increasingly apparent. You'll notice that the external distractions, the noise of the world, become less and less significant. You'll find peace in your own progress and satisfaction in the small wins along the way. But this isn't just about achieving personal success. When you focus on your own development, you also become a better person for the world around you. You'll be more present in your relationships, more compassionate in your interactions, and more driven to contribute to the greater good. The Stoics believed that by focusing on your own growth, you would naturally become a person who could contribute positively to society. They didn't see personal development as an isolated endeavor, but as a way to live a life of virtue, service, and excellence. So, what's the next step for you? Will you allow the distractions of life to pull you away, or will you make the decision today to take control of your own journey? The choice is yours.